What I have to put up with? I mean, you get one ankle monitor on you, and everyone feels, and all law enforcement feel they can mess with you because they know I can't do anything back because I'll get thrown away in prison forever. Now,
What are
from
those,
now
like
on,
the
sir,
frosted tips? Bringing
excuse
back
me,
the
sir,
90s?
but direct all questions to my attorney, please.
That would be me.
Are those frosted tips?
I mean,
yes, sir.
I was gonna give them.
They are frosted tips in this case. Just want you to know that.
yeah.
Okay. Actually, that's pretty sick.
Thank you.
Bringing back the 90s.
Yeah.
Shoot.
90s was the best.
Bringing back the 90s. They never left, my friend.
That's true.
The good times.
Yes, the best of times.
Best of times.
Best of time. Yep.
10-hour days.
I don't know why I started dancing there for a minute. You just got me feeling. You got me feeling the groove, my friend.
Gotten in your feels, huh?
Happy to help.
So my question is, why is everybody? I saw you all just kind of standing out here, and I walked out here. Is this like? Are we gonna have like WWE entrances and stuff like that? Oh, if we are, I want Thunderstruck as my theme entrance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thunderstruck, you know.
Yeah. Do we fight to see who wins the case? Is that how this works?
Dude, I'll drop a Macho Man Randy Savage elbow off the desk on somebody to win.
No.
Yeah, come in like John Cena.
I'll just randomly throw a baton in the middle of it.
Excuse
me.
They kicked me into the courtroom.
Please.
What are we doing?
That doodle guy just ran in there.
Oh.
Before anybody goes into, you guys gotta be searched.
That's fine.
Search it up.
Yeah, we don't need another scene like last time.
No.
I heard that whole entire courtroom got shot up.
That is a fact.
Were you shot, sir? Or were you
Good,
okay?
brother.
No, I got shot.
You good with me
Oh my
searching you,
goodness.
Harley?
Yep. Nope. That's totally
I'm
fine. I
sorry.
trust you, Cass.
The Ultimate Warrior.
See, this is what I put up with. They just assume I'm carrying
I
sedatives
know it's
on
your
me at all
favorite,
the
but
time.
you gotta put
That's
the,
fine. Oh, the bait.
I think that's
blade and a
prejudice,
knife
sir.
in
That's
your
prejudice.
car.
I have a
That-
blade
that's
on me.
just-
Oh.
Stereotyping.
Which-
No worries.
I
Give me a
know.
second.
It's like
Yeah.
Woo!
Ric
You
Flair.
chloroform Commander Mason's wife in front of him, and then all of a sudden you're the guy that has all the sedatives.
I'm gonna make sure I have the megaphone ready.
You're good, man.
I did plead guilty to that one. I mean,
Is that Justin?
Who's your son?
Ben.
it's
Did
her.
anybody
son.
get
Michael! Mother truckin' O'Neil. Thank you for the 10 banger, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Spectre, I'm gonna meet you inside.
Alrighty, sir. I'll see you in there. Is this Officer Justin?
It is.
Oh, nice
I
to
don't
see
know
you
if
again.
you. I don't know if you heard that guy or not, Mr. Sphincter. He's gonna meet you inside.
Hot dog.
I did. You talking about Jake the Snake Robert?
Oh, honey,
Yeah.
you sexy.
Thank you.
Did B. Radley just say hot babe? Not you.
No. Did you call me Mr. Sphincter?
I thought that's what he said when he walked in. Did I mishear him?
Yeah, it's Spectre,
Oh, Spectre.
not Sphincter.
You got a big case?
Yeah, tight one.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, appreciate you. You gonna watch or you just out here?
No. I'll be out here for a minute, but I'm gonna hopefully join in and watch. Go to work.
All right. Well, you be safe.
I heard this is a big case.
Supposedly. Allegedly. It is.
No, I'm behind B. Radley now.
Listen, you shouldn't be winking at me.
See if I'm still here.
Your day.
Why will they not let us in?
No mask. That's per the judge.
Hats and masks.
What's the dog's name?
So let me get
Cowboy.
the
Cowboy, I think you probably should just keep a close eye on Cowboy over there.
Oh, that's the judge.
There's people eating animals out there.
That's the judge.
I'm sorry, what?
You got this, Harvey. Freeze, I hope so. Y'all. Notes. Got the notes.
If you guys have enough bail, I'll go back on 10-8.
Trump, which department's the best in the state?
Joey, just kidding you. Thank you for the 6 months. Oh, 8 months. Thank you for the 8 months. I appreciate you, bro. If you guys were watching last night and you don't know who Joey is, he's the polar bear. He's the one that was singing.
Keep me out of my own trial, man. Keep believe that crap.
Actually, yes, I can. He was the one that was singing.
No, I have not.
Why you're in court? Because I'm a defense attorney.
Captain Streets is out there searching them right now.
What do you do?
You look at Mag, you.
Captain Streets is out there searching them right now.
I'll be around.
What will we find up
There
there?
you go. Yo, B-Tac.
Honey Judge.
Copy that.
Don't say that, B. Radley. But you're in
Good
a
evening, Your Honor.
club. You're in a book club. Oh my god. Oh my god. You really made this guy. Oh my god.
Bro, we were at a VC earlier, and he popped in.
Hey, it's okay.
Honey, you.
That guy brings a smile to people's faces as soon as they hear his voice.
Honey, you better not mess this up. Honey, this my friend. Honey, he go to jail. Honey, you go down. You hear
Get
me?
behind the line.
Get behind the line. I don't know who you're talking to, you old
I got
zebra
you, I
bat.
got you. Be careful around that one. She's cute, but
Yeah, she just tried to kiss me. I don't even know if her teeth are in, honestly.
Hey, you don't talk to my gang leader, my
Hey,
club, my book leader like that.
B. Radley, what I tell you? Be seated.
Oh, that's a dude?
That's a dude. That's be tactical. Be Radley. Be biker. Be. I don't even know. He's got
That's be sophisticated, man. You better get your facts straight.
I'm sorry, ma'am. uh,
I got my goggles.
Johan, you got this.
Oh, I know.
Added some extra
Yeah,
security.
Johan.
They call my lawyer the janitor. You know why?
It's gonna be me.
Because he's about ready to mop the floor with the prosecutor.
Alright, both sides ready to go.
excuse me, old lady. I'm gonna need you to keep it down. Thank you.
Who's he talking to? You or Ling Ling, Dan?
Down in front.
Defense state.
Harvey Specter, Your Honor.
State.
Hey, Cap, she gonna need your input since you up there.
Alright, we'll go to the state one more minute.
Wow, ignore you.
I had to take my pick out.
State, just let me know when you're ready to go and we'll start.
Just make sure the bailiffs are all squared away and that CID is locked and loaded and ready to go.
Make sure you're locked and loaded and ready to go. Guns off the safe. Sorry. didn't say that.
Tell them that they're coming in, then go and
My heart's beating fast now.
Attorney Bell, do you know if Willick's coming in? McWilk?
he's supposed to be. He said he was leaving Friday.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was asking.
Why you always worried about what I've been doing?
Hey, Doodle, she saved you a spot.
Nope, stop it.
Colonel Nixon, did you go transfer to LSPD?
He said that he's not able to make it.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shirt on, but not the guy in the back.
Oh, we got this.
Reasoning about cars.
Yeah, they made him dead.
Oh, my bad.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yeah, you sit down.
Poncho.
Sorry.
There's no babes near me.
I think I'm just waiting to see.
Yeah, they don't count.
Freeze head popped in the queue. In queue to get back in.
I'm
All right,
not
buddy.
liking it. I'm not liking it.
Alrighty.
Honey, you need to get your eyebrows checked.
Is this your cop character on trial? No, I'm the defense attorney.
Thanks for the eyebrows checked.
Plead us. Stupid.
My eyebrows?
Honey, yeah.
What the heck are you talking
Where he's coming?
Yeah. Your hair looks stupid too. I like you better bald.
What?
Defense, you can come up here too if you'd like.
under the desk. Now we're all here just in case we need each other. That is.
They're just waiting on the primary for the state. I asked them how many minutes it's gonna be here. If we can just go ahead.
Wait. When did Axel's hair look like that? I never knew that.
Yes, I mean, I think we could just try and run with it, I guess.
I don't know if I like them.
Okay, you guys are comfortable taking it? I got a lot of prep done on some other stuff. If someone wants to do, opening or whatever.
Oh, I think Trump's got the open.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the doctor case.
All right. I think I can do some of the direct if you guys are comfortable.
Yeah. We got this.
All right. Hi, we're good to go.
My body is sticking through. Yeah, it is. Oh wow.
It just looks like your hair is
The babes suck in this
How many
place,
people
dude.
are on
We
the
gotta
state
go.
side? I think there's like 4. I don't know. They couldn't come up with one earlier. I don't know how they got 4 here now.
Court is in session. We will now call the state versus Mr. Johan. I'm going to call Mr. Johan because I'm not going to try to attempt his actual name. Criminal case 1837. If each side can announce who's present, starting with the state.
Doodle Inkwell. Your turn, please.
Supervisory State Attorney Sandra Bell, Your Honor.
Axel Murphy Cook.
State's Attorney Robert Good, Your Honor.
Hart.
What?
We
All
also
right,
have President Donald Trump, Your Honor.
Thank you. For the defense.
Harvey Specter, Free should be here at some point as well, Your Honor.
Okay, defendant, if you want to state your name for the record, please.
Farted from pooping, Johan shopping from flopping.
All right, thank you, Mr. Johan.
Sit down. You're embarrassing us.
Flopping, McFlopping?
Honey, y'all be quiet.
All right. I understand that you have pled guilty to all of your charges. Is that correct?
No.
He advised no, Your Honor.
But not guilty.
All right. We will go forward with trial then. State opening statement.
Corey, yeah, right, bro. Common spelling.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, President.
Can you hear me through a megaphone?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me in the back? Can everyone hear me? I'm not sure this.
Honey,
megaphone
yeah,
is
yeah.
working, is the
Honey,
reason
you
why I'm asking.
working? Yeah, we got you.
Okay, it's. So I'll tell you, quite frankly, thank you everyone for being here. I tell you, a crazy situation. This is such a wild incident. The likes of the laws that have been broken, we maybe didn't ever anticipate. I think, quite frankly, it's tragic from the very onset, the very get-go. Tonight, during this trial, you're going to hear a lot of evidence, huge evidence, I tell you, about somebody using terrible means of sedation, using drugs and controlled substances for medical procedures, allegedly, using them to take down officers of the law. I'll tell you, some of our bravest and brightest officers around here, so brave, putting their lives on the line every day just for to be attacked by these atrocious chemicals that I tell you have been leaked out to the community. How do you think these criminals out here got their hands on these terrible items? I think you might ask, and that's a great question, a huge question.
He does a really fantastic job at
The
old
answer is
DT.
the man sitting right here in front of you, Mr. Schuffenfluffen. Pause for spelling. I'm sorry, I don't know how that is, Your Honor.
Common spelling.
Objection sustained. I'll tell you, but this Mr. Schuffenfluffen is a medical professional. I'll tell you, and what he did is
It's J_Masters1 on Twitch. Y'all go over there, drop him a follow.
And he was selling them to people. He was giving them out like his
Go look
candy.
at this
It's not
dude.
even Halloween yet. It's not even close, quite frankly. We just got to pumpkin spice season. And I'll tell you, I love pumpkin spice, maybe more than most people. Not everybody, but most people. Melania, she loves it.
Go over
She's a
there
big
and
Starbucks
follow him
fan.
and say
Not so
hashtag
much
not
here.
guilty.
They don't do everything the right way a lot of times, but that's not here nor there. And I'll tell you, but this Mr. McFluffin,
J
he said that he
underscore
was going to
masters
sell these,
1.
these bad things to some
Yeah.
of these people, and he agreed on camera. He was under surveillance. I'll tell you. It was
Masters,
happening, how it was going down.
MASTERS.
And, these officers, these brave, beautiful officers. Here,
Don't click that one. I have no idea who that is.
Hands up.
I need to speak to Your Honor. Permission to approach, please.
Yep, you can approach. Defense if you want to approach you.
That someone placed items in a bag outside and then reached through the window to pull the items out. I do believe that we need to take a moment to research every single person that's in this courtroom right now.
Yes.
Huge.
I will.
Search everybody.
You good with that, Your Honor?
It should be federally inputted. Your hair shouldn't be blue.
Do we know who it was?
No.
We don't know who it was. That's what we were
I don't
trying. We
know.
were trying to figure out. It was
But we
left
have
on
to,
the
I
window
mean, it's gonna be
outside.
obvious when they're
Yeah.
I'd say not. We have enough LEOs in here. Just
I'm gonna
search
take.
everybody again.
I'm gonna take the client in the room back here.
Yeah, if you want to get the client first.
Hey, Mr. Johan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come with me.
And then put your megaphone up, Trump.
Is there a door over here?
No, sir.
All right.
No.
Hang on, Nixon. Can you search the defendant and then they're gonna be stepping
This is the third time I've been searched. I
Yeah,
have
it's
heart
all right.
stoppers.
We're searching the way out.
It's okay, sir. I'm just a little
Calm
hungry.
down.
Is that Junior? Did I hear Junior?
He's all clear.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
Mr.
I'm
Johan,
not
come on.
smoking in a federal building, by the way.
It's a candy cigarette.
Of course it is.
Yeah, he's too young to smoke.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean the officers outside to help. There's outside. We're putting our officers at the front door now since we showed this.
Yes, sir.
So I guess somebody passed something through the window.
Somebody passed something through the window.
Yeah. They raised up one of the windows in there, passed something to somebody else. So wanted to get you out of there just in case anything happens.
Oh, okay.
They just double checked you before we left to make sure.
Yeah, no one gave me anything. I still got my very same 5 items on me. So they're searching everybody now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was that famous. I didn't think anyone was going to show up.
Don't know, man. It's a high-profile case, I guess. I think a lot of people know you.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Yeah. While we're waiting for people to come,
I was actually shocked.
people get
to see
cleared
Lily in there.
to
Last
to
time I spoke, she yelled at me for parking in her compound.
people get cleared from the search because whatever just happened. I'll give you a little rundown. So
Check those police officers. You know, half of them are dirty.
we don't talk about people's hygiene.
Hmm?
We don't. It's not nice to talk about people's hygiene.
Oh, why? But they keep making fun of my hair. This is natural. I was born this way.
Did you see the other cop that had like he looked like Sonic the Hedgehog? They don't have any room.
Yeah, and they were making fun of me for my blue hair.
So basically, a rundown is this guy got arrested for allegedly trafficking,
No, it's not Maybelline.
like sedatives, medical equipment, practicing without a license, blah blah blah. Like a big case. They did a search warrant, went and got a bunch of like illegal stuff from his houses. Like he has a house, an apartment, and then like 15 vehicles. He pled not guilty. And then I got assigned the case.
They got some quick eyes though. I didn't even hear anything.
Yeah, I didn't either. I had no idea. I was like, what are we doing here? Like,
yeah. Well, when she stopped everything, called everything forward, and everyone called forward and everything, I was like, really? That's what we're doing?
yeah, I was like, well, maybe they're just gonna dismiss this. The big blue truck. Does he have a big blue truck?
I was hoping so.
Yeah, I mean, it's either now or at the end. You know, one of the two.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Samuel, think about a heart me. I
idea.
appreciate
I'll
you. Thank you.
real quick. If we ever get a break, in fact, you know what? Do you mind if I change my clothes real quick? I'm gonna go over here in this corner real fast.
Yeah, go ahead. I won't look. I promise. So what are they searching people for? Supposedly somebody passed something through the window, and that's where we're at. You got the prio? Right, I don't know how they could have denied you.
Every time they move me, I'm gonna change suits just to keep them guessing.
I like it.
So when I walk in, they'll be like, "You changed your suit?" Oh yeah, got 6 of them already.
He's not either. I mean, he may be, like, as far as, like, selling it. But I don't think, stolen valor? What? They probably need to, like, nail those windows shut.
I didn't realize. Maybe. I always thought they were like sealed from the inside, type of thing. You know, like I guess kind of like fire windows. You know, like you can't open them unless you hit them a certain way, and it's only from the inside, type of thing. You know?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Sam, thank you again for the heart me, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. So the evidence, like, we're gonna go after the evidence too. I mean, they have evidence, but we're gonna go after it. The search warrant, IRL, it would have never made it. It would have never made it. They didn't have probable cause to search his house. They didn't have probable cause to. They had probable cause, maybe, possibly, if they did everything right, to search one of his vehicles. But a lot of stuff that they did, which I was gonna fight. Like, bro, I tried to fight some stuff, and it just went down this whole other deal. Like, I won't even get into it because it's absolutely crazy.
All right, Mr. Trump, if you want to continue your opening.
I guess that means we're good.
That's not back in yet, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
What are we doing?
Once the defendant's back, if you want to redo your opening.
Huge, yeah, we can tell him he's
Thank you,
guilty. Yep, huge, there he is.
Honey, hurry up!
Shut your lip.
I'm moving as fast as I can, Miss Ling Ling.
All right, thank you everyone for that, and sorry for the delay, Mr. Trump. If you want to continue your opening statements.
Did they find anybody?
I think I'll just start the entire thing over. Yeah, I think everyone needs to hear it all again, allegedly.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, huge. But I'll tell you, Your Honor, as we were
Do you know the evidence they have?
this medical professional, allegedly, Mr. Gohan McCullough.
Cuddy, it was horrible. It was horrible.
He was it was you're going to hear about confidential informants and people like that, witnesses and testimony of this kind of thing, of drug buys that were set up, ankle monitors. I'll tell you, we have the best ankle monitors here, allegedly. Quite frankly, nobody monitors ankles like we do. Huge, I tell you. And so we're going to use all of that. We had witnesses and we had video evidence of our beautiful, FBI, state police, CID, huge, doing wonderful surveillance, reconnaissance on this terrible deals that were going down. Lots of money, Your Honor. Lots of huge money.
It is the doctor,
that was transferring hands, and a huge amount of candy and drugs, I tell you, Your Honor. Quite frankly,
I would say we got a 70-30%. Like he'll probably get some jail time. But we got a 70-30% of getting rid of a bunch of stuff.
This amount of stuff in your life, and I'll tell you, nasty stuff, not good stuff. It's not like cotton candy. It's like bad candy.
Seth, bro, thank you for the heartbeat, bro. I appreciate you. If you guys want the full screen, come over to Twitch, Trooper_Slivers.
Here in court, he's going to be found guilty of so many of these charges. I'll tell you, all of these charges. Quite frankly, let me tell you these charges.
You can click the profile picture. The link should be up there.
Substances, terrible. Trying to sell them, terribler. Trafficking things, like terrible things. I tell you, maybe the worst thing ever. Receiving stolen property, so sad. Somebody's property, it wasn't his, he's receiving it. Having a firearm when he wasn't supposed to. What's the use of controlling the
Jay
firearm,
Masters is a good
keeping them
dude
out of
too.
the bad people's hands. We got to make sure we enforce this. Allegedly, quite frankly, these are terrible crimes. A terrible, terrible person. I'm not saying what should happen to him. I tell you, I know for a fact he's guilty. You know he's guilty. Just lock him up. But maybe the guillotine. Maybe the guillotine, I think, is quite frankly justice for all this. Think of all the lives that were destroyed by this man. And we're going to prove that here tonight. Quite frankly, we have an awesome panel of beautiful, loyal, law-abiding officers and detectives and witnesses here. And you know, Your Honor, it's just going to be an open and shut case. I don't think you're going to have to think about this, thankfully, very much. Because quite frankly, it's airtight, open, close, perfectly done, perfectly packaged. A guilty verdict is coming your way. And that's all we have for opening statements. Thank you, Your Honor, and thank you, people of the court.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. Defense, your opening.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Trump, fantastic job, per usual.
Thank you.
Yeah, allegedly. Your Honor, what you're going to hear is a lot of I don't knows from the officers that are going to testify. You're going to hear a lot about mishandling of evidence. You're going to hear a lot about the chain of custody. Or you might not hear any of that. But you will hear a lot of I don't knows. And probably some interesting things that the state side is going to have to work on for their policies and procedures and how they handle things. You're going to hear a lot about possibly the search warrant and the lack of probable cause they had to even go to my client's house. As far as I'm concerned, the only probable cause that they had was to search the vehicle that was there at the scene of the alleged deal. But other than that, we'll get down to it and we'll start this show off.
Thank you, defense. State your opening witness or evidence. Just for the record, I have reviewed in chambers all of the body-worn camera before the court date. So if you guys want, if you want to watch that, we can. But otherwise, I've already reviewed that.
That's your family, dog.
No, Your Honor, I think, quite frankly, we probably don't need to watch all of that. I understand that you're smart, super smart, allegedly. I tell you, I think, quite frankly, one of the smartest people I know. And I think, quite frankly, we'll leave that up to you. What we do want to call, we want to call attention and to Lieutenant Bob Stevens, I believe, Lieutenant at the time. The arresting officer, we're going to ask for him to come to the stand. A huge key witness, probably one of the best witnesses, best officers in the state right here. We probably should be giving him a round of applause, but I guess y'all can hold that until the end. Huge.
Objection. All right, Mr. Stevens. Good. If you want to raise both your arms. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. All right. State your name for the record.
Lieutenant Bob Stevens.
All right, Mr. Trump, your witness.
Huge. Thank you for being here, Lieutenant Stevens. I love you so much, and I thank you again for seeing you and your service to the state.
Oh, I love you too.
Huge. Can you tell me a rough translation of what happened here, what your involvement in the case is, and what happened with Mr. McFluffin?
I was the lead detective on the case, who was handling all the document stuff, as well as handling all of the surveillance that was conducted on that situation.
Huge. And what surveillance did you do? Where did you saw the crimes taking place? What did you see?
What did I see? I saw Mr. Shopler selling gas. We saw him doing some buys on grocery or selling sedatives to a male.
Huge. And then what happened with that male that he was selling things to?
That male was actually working with us throughout the duration of the case.
Huge. And how much things were purchased there, I think, quite frankly?
I believe it was roughly 50 sedatives purchased from Mr. Pfefferpupen.
It was 20. It was 20.
Huge. And quite frankly, what happened after you arrested him?
After we arrested Pfefferpupen?
Yes, huge. What happened then?
Well, obviously, after he was arrested, we conducted a search warrant on his property beforehand. He then walked into basically my detective's arms, and he was then placed into custody, where all of his vehicles were searched, as well as his apartment.
I understand you said his apartment.
Yeah.
And what did you find in there?
Roughly 20 firearms.
20 firearms. I'll tell you, that's a lot of weapons. Was Mr. McFluffer allowed to have all these weapons?
No, he's a felon.
Oh, that's terrible. That's like 20 counts of having things that you're not supposed to have. Terrible, terrible, I tell you, quite frankly. Huge. And how many total bags of illegal substances do you think that was probably apprehended off of the person?
I can barely hear him.
What are we talking, bags of candy or?
Candy and the sedatives and all of the things.
We recovered 1,800 baggies and 667 sedatives.
Huge. Is there any reason, in your professional opinion, on why anybody would ever need that amount?
No. I mean, baggies is a big no-no.
Huge no-no, I tell you. Quite frankly, probably the biggest of no-nos. And the sedatives, is there any reason for him to be carrying around 600 sedatives?
Unless he's actually, an EMS on duty. I mean, he's not supposed to be having those.
That'd be a lot of sedatives, even if you were on duty, I think, quite frankly. And if
100%.
I'm gonna let them ask everything they want.
And so I have to ask, is it my understanding, I was reading these reports, that are we saying that there was an officer who was attacked bigly and somebody used the sedatives on him?
Yeah, I was the officer that was actually attacked. This is what led up to
What?
the whole thing. Yeah, I got stabbed with a sedative.
Your Honor, objection.
What's the objection?
The incident that he's referring to is not my client.
Oh, wait, we're getting there. I was just going to ask him, was it the same type of sedative that the client here was found using?
Yes.
Itch. And the person that did that whole sedative things to you, where did he say he got the sedatives from, allegedly?
Mr. Johan or Pfefferpupen?
Mecher Flappenflupen?
Yeah.
Huge, I tell you, frankly. So that would be the defendant, I think you're talking about, right? I just want to make sure because the name is, a little bit. No offense,
Yeah,
Mr.
100%,
McFlappen.
100%, Mr. Trump.
Huge, okay. Thank you. I don't have any further questions. I turn it over to my co-counsel. I have to ask them if they have any further questions. Yes, there are further questions. Two incoming, I tell you, Your Honor, just briefly. Do you have a megaphone, sir? Yes.
Hello, Officer Stevens. I am Robert Good of the prosecution. I have a few more questions for you, if you wouldn't mind.
I'll be more than happy to answer.
So, chat, just so you know, he
Okay,
testified
can you
that
describe
they
your role
bought
in the
50.
controlled buy operation involving the defendant?
Solely to conduct a specific evidence to build a case.
Can he speak up?
That's what it was.
Oh,
I can't hear him.
there we go. Can you hear me in the back now?
They're talking about the the witness.
We're talking about the snitch. We can't hear him.
Very well then. Alright. How did you arrange the buy operation? Was it through a confidential informant?
It was.
Hostile thing for the.
And that was the confidential informant that Mr. Trump was just talking to you about, correct?
Correct.
Did you have, excuse me, did you or the informant have prior contact with the defendant?
Nope.
What steps were taken to ensure that the controlled buy would be safe and effective?
Well, first of all, obviously we had to scope out the location. Obviously, there's no safe to any, situation. I mean, there's always going to be danger within, a controlled buy. But we ensured that we kept close contact with the CI beforehand and after the fact and during the sale.
Okay, can you elaborate on how you maintained contact with the informant?
Through our mobile.
Understood. So you ensured that the buy was closely monitored, correct?
Yeah, we was not far at all.
And I believe that body camera footage has been submitted into evidence, Exhibit 11A, I believe.
It has been submitted.
Can you describe what you actually observed during the exchange between the defendant and your confidential informant?
So first of all, I observed Mr. Johan arrive on scene in his in a vehicle. I believe it was like a two-door sports vehicle. I observed him get out. They did a back of 2-throw. My CI proceeded to pull up his phone as well as Mr. Johan. That's when a transaction of money was made. Mr. Johan then went back in his vehicle and we observed him on his ankle monitor going back towards Megamall parking lot where he stayed for around 3 minutes. He then came back down and observed them handing each other stuff. Or he was handing my CI stuff.
Okay, were you able to observe exactly what was being exchanged?
I was not.
Understood, thank you. After the buy was completed, what steps did you take to secure the narcotics?
We gave our CI a safe location where it was being closely monitored, as well as a location that we normally use. And then he gave me all the stuff that he had just purchased.
Okay. And how quick between the actual buy and you meeting up with the confidential informant?
Minutes.
Say that again.
It was minutes. It wasn't more than 5 minutes.
No more than 5 minutes? Okay.
Yep.
So you met, just to confirm what you've told me, you met with the defendant after the controlled buy and received the narcotics from him. Would the amount of narcotics be consistent with the amount of money that was provided for the buy?
Yeah, they roughly sold for 5K, and we provided our CI with 100K, and in return he got 20 sedatives.
They did not.
The narcotics were logged into evidence and transported by you afterwards, correct?
They was.
Okay, did the informant identify the defendant as the individual who provided the narcotics?
Yeah, he actually provided me with all his contact information.
Can you move your picture down to the bottom left?
I believe that is the end of my line of questioning. Thank you.
Picture.
Defense, you're a witness.
Mr. Stevens, correct?
Detective Stevens.
Detective, okay. How long have you been employed with the San Andreas State Police?
9 months.
Did you say 9 months?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know that people are having a hard time hearing you. If you could possibly speak up just so we can get everything.
Oh, you guys hear me now? Christina, want to give me a wave if you can hear me?
Honey, it's still kind of low.
Say it with your chest.
Oh, honey, she can hear me. It's fine.
Okay, you spent nine months at San Andreas State Police, and you are a lieutenant. Is that correct?
Yeah, detective lieutenant.
Okay. Do you have any like special training as far as why you've been at the state police, like a FTO, SWAT commander, any of that stuff?
I'm currently the FTO lead for the San Andreas State Police.
That's awesome. So you would say as a FTO, it's within your, like it's your duty to ensure that everybody follows policies, procedures, has the best training possible. Is that correct?
Yeah, state police, they only get the best.
Love to hear
It's
it.
the best of the best of the best, sir.
So could you tell me the policy or procedure that you guys have for search warrants? They don't have one.
Search warrants, well, first of all, we need to get probable cause as well as secure evidence that will actually help us get that search warrant.
Okay, and what policy is that you have?
What policy?
Yeah, the policy that the state police have for search warrants. Where is that at?
I believe it would be in our standard operating procedure or in the criminal investigations division standard operating procedure.
Okay, and I'm assuming that you have read that. Is that correct?
Everyone goes through extensive training, as well as detectives of the criminal investigations division.
Okay, so have you read the policy on search warrants?
It's been a while, but yeah.
Fantastic. What about confidential informants?
Yes.
There's a policy for confidential informants?
We could put it like that.
That's yes or no. Is there a policy for confidential informants?
There is a policy for confidential informants.
Fantastic. And you've read that?
Yes, it's been months, but yes, I've read it.
Is there a policy or procedure in your policy handbook for controlled buys?
Can you repeat?
Is there a policy or policy and procedure for controlled buys?
There is not a policy or procedure for control buy.
Okay, so whenever you do that, do you guys just like make up what you're going to do on the fly as far as doing a control buy?
No, we have extensive investigations before a control buy happens.
Okay, and you said in this case you used a confidential informant. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the body-worn camera that was observed with the officer hiding in a bush, whose body-worn camera was that footage of?
Detective Tater Chip.
Okay, and what body cam footage did you supply?
I didn't supply any body cam footage. Detective Tater Chip provided all the body cam footage that is needed.
Okay, I thought I heard you testify that you had.
I haven't provided any body cam footage. Detective Tater Chip has.
Okay, is there a reason that you didn't supply any body cam footage of your surveillance?
Personally, because me and Tater Chip was in the same location, as well as I wasn't actively wearing a body cam during the situation. Detective Tater Chip was.
Okay, so you were inside of a bush with the other detective?
I wouldn't say inside of a bush, I'd say close to the edge of the bush.
Okay, because like whenever I reviewed the body cam of Tater, I couldn't see you. Were you to the left or the right?
I believe I was to the right of Tater Chip.
Would you say like a foot, 10 feet, 15 feet? What would your estimation be, how close you were to your partner?
Objection, relevance, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Go ahead and answer the question, please.
That's very broad. I mean, it's a bush. I mean, it was like a foot away from each other.
Okay, so you were standing a foot to the right of the bush.
Next to Tater Chip.
Fantastic. Is this the first time that you've used this confidential informant?
This is the first time we've used him, yes.
So you would not know previously how reliable his information is that correct?
That is correct.
Fantastic. Would you agree that the confidential informant in this case is named Gaz?
Objection, leading, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Objection. I don't know if the confidential informant is to be named in this trial. I don't know the current state of his confidentiality agreements and all of that, Your Honor. Huge. We don't want to possibly compromise any informants. You know what I mean?
Your Honor, the body cam footage that was submitted of them meeting up with this possible informant explicitly says the name Gaz.
Quite frankly, could have been a code name. I mean, he can answer the question, but Your Honor, I think, quite frankly, the question could compromise potentially ongoing investigations and things like this.
I'm gonna sustain the objection.
Okay, the deal that happened at nighttime that you were saying where you were standing beside a bush, how much illegal items did you buy at that time?
20 sedatives.
Okay, so before, whenever Mr. Trump asked you how much you guys bought, you said 50. Is that correct or no?
So there was 2 buys that were conducted on the between 2 days. But the buy that you're referring to, we purchased for 20 sedatives.
Okay, and who did the first buy?
Myself and Detective Tater Chip.
Okay, so you guys bought 2 different times, 2 different days. Is that correct?
That is.
Okay, do you have, was there anything submitted on the first one, or was this all from the second one?
Well, what do you mean in regards to submitted?
The reports, the body cam.
There is body cam for the first and second buy, and there is also report numbers for the first and second buy. However, they are all under an unknown subject as it was an ongoing investigation.
So you, made up a name to put it under?
No, there's a name inside the MDT which is an unknown subject. For the purpose of the investigation and to keep it sealed, Mr. Fafron-Pooper's name was not mentioned in any of those reports.
Okay.
They were simply informational reports, so we could reserve locker numbers for that.
This informant, you met with him.
Interrupt for 1 second. Do you have those reports now? Like, do you have report numbers for those so I could reference them?
I can grab those for you if you give me 2 seconds.
Yes, please.
Okay, so you want each number?
Yes, please.
15965 1979 15965 15979 15981 15985. And let me give you, so 15748 is also an informational report, as well as, yep, that's gonna be all my reports for this case.
Your Honor, can I just have a minute to look over this this brand new case that we're just learning about?
Yes, you can.
Huge. Can we part numbers one more time too?
Yeah, of course you can. Give me a sec. 15748 15965 15979 15981 15995 15992.
There's nothing there.
Did you know Jenny was also Jesse's girl?
They are all in reference to this court case.
Your Honor, whenever you have a second, 15748, there is absolutely nothing in it. No narrative or anything. I don't know.
It does state in the report, it's a locker reservation for the case that was ongoing involving Mr. Pfeffer and Buchan.
What number is that one?
15748. It's solely a locker reservation. That's how we've done it for every single other case that needs a locker reservation. Therefore, I don't feel like a narrative is going to be, if we're just putting evidence in there. That would also jeopardize the case.
Alright, once you guys are done reviewing, I'm good to continue.
I'm ready whenever State is.
I tried to. My MDT isn't working, so Huge, we're fine to just continue though. We'll work with it.
Bruh. What just happened, bro? Bro. I'm about to tear this guy apart. Van Whiskey, bro. I know, man. I haven't even got to like my like shut them down questions. These are like ones that came up and I was like, okay. Dang, bro. I haven't, bro. Cuddy, I got a list of those. I got a list of them. I'll give you a little glimpse.
Talk to God when I need a favor, and I only pray when I ain't got a prayer. So who the hell am I? Who the hell am I to expect a savior? Oh, if I only
Lucky Taco, thank you so much for the 6 months, baby. I appreciate you. Cuddy, he's not fired. He's undercover. Yo, Double D coming in with a freaking gifted sub. First gifted sub of the channel, my man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
hardcover King James, only been saving dust on the nightstand, and I don't know what to say. By the time I fold my hands, I only talk to God when I need a favor.
Hey, Jerry Nunley, thank you for the pumped up, baby. I appreciate you. Demoted with the gifted sub. Let's go. 69 for B. Radley. No, Lieutenant. Oh, Stevens. Yeah. Well, he's already lied on the stand. He's already lied on the stand. I already got him for that. They don't have a policy on search. They don't have a policy on search warrants. They don't have a policy on confidential informants. Okay, Lancy. He pops into chat every now and again, but
Keep hearing voices.
he's not playing in the city right currently. Like he could still get in, but he's just not playing currently.
Oh yeah, he is. I'm glad. They don't. Y'all don't pay him enough. I just want to say that right now. Oh yeah. You double his salary or something. I mean, he's straight destroying that guy. I'm walking away. Free man, I can feel it. Or at least a reduced sentence on it. Something. I ain't doing 250. I know that for a fact. All right.
I met with him in city. I've talked to the client. I've talked to him. I didn't keep him in the dark about all the stuff that I was gonna do. Musical. It's a mix between Need a Favor and Green Day. Are there appeals? That's a whole rabbit hole, my dude. That's a whole rabbit hole I could go down. Depends on what kind. You want closed door appeals, one-sided argument appeals. Like, I mean, that's a thing. Found that out.
You don't hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, is everyone back and good to go?
Are all bailiffs back and ready?
We're missing Bell. That's the only thing.
Number 7 out of 30. What's your state character's name? Bell, right?
Yeah, you talking to me, Your Honor?
Yeah, are you ready? Are you good to go?
Allegedly. Sorry, yeah, I believe, Mr. McWilk is here too now. Huge. And, Attorney Lee, or, Attorney Bell is supposed to be almost here as well.
Alright, we will
Good evening, Your
continue.
Honor.
Good evening. Alright, defense, you may continue your questioning.
Okay, I think we were at the point of the brand new report that was just introduced.
Wait, which brand new one?
The one that wasn't submitted, it doesn't have anything in it. I think it was like 15748.
Oh, okay. I believe that was just purely for a local reservation on yeah, there was.
Okay, so that was supposedly for the first CI buy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, but you felt it would hinder your case. That's why you didn't type anything in it.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading the witness, asking him to draw conclusions here.
Overruled. It's cross-examination.
I'll rephrase it. Why didn't you put anything into that report?
It's solely for a local reservation, so that's what we do for every single case. It's actually ongoing. Just to ensure that it's sealed and no information gets leaked out.
Okay, so is there any kind of documentation that this had actually occurred?
That what occurred?
The buy that you're speaking of.
There is documentation in I believe it's 15992. I believe.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong. The narrative that is under 15992, is that the same narrative that's in the arrest report, the search warrant affidavit?
Read one more time.
The arrest, this report 15992.
Yes.
That's an arrest warrant narrative, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that is based off of the brand new report number that you just provided, is 15748.
One more time, please. Sorry.
Your report 15992. That is based off of the previous buy 15748. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And how many did you purchase the first controlled buy?
20.
How many did you purchase the second?
It was 20 to 30. I wasn't present at that. It was my other detectives that were present. But I believe it was around 20 to 30, senators.
So did the other detective write a report on that buy?
I will need to check back because I'm give me 1 sec.
It's fine. Who was the other detective?
He's not present today, but it's Detective Damien White. I believe Detective Tater Chip was also present for the second buy.
Okay. But you wrote this report, correct?
I didn't write a narrative. I pasted the narrative into the report number.
Okay, so who wrote the narrative?
Detective Tater Chip wrote all documents, the warrants and the affidavits, all that good stuff.
Okay. Prior to the buy that you state that you were standing a foot to the right of this bush where Tater Chip was, did you search the CI?
He was searched. He had nothing on him.
Okay. Why wasn't that documented?
Documented where in the report?
In the report, any body cams that were submitted, why was that left out?
That he had nothing on him.
Yes, at that, and that you guys searched him prior to.
As I did not feel that that was important information relevant to the case of him being, searched prior and nothing on him.
So you don't think it was important to document that you searched this brand new CI and he had nothing illegal on his possession, that he didn't have 20 sedatives in his pocket?
I can assure you he did not have 20 sedatives in his pocket.
Well, don't take this the wrong way if I don't believe you for not documenting that for me. Did you search his vehicle?
His vehicle was pulled out from the Mega Mall garage.
Okay, did he meet the CI in this vehicle?
Who met the CI? His vehicle was drove down to the location of the control buy where your defendant's vehicle was also present there.
Okay, did you search his vehicle?
His vehicle was not searched.
Okay, is it possible he had 20 sedatives in his vehicle?
I don't believe it's possible, as he never went towards his trunk.
This CI, didn't he stab you with a sedative?
Yes.
So which part is not possible? Him having a sedative or having 20 sedatives?
Having 20 sedatives inside of his vehicle.
Why is that impossible?
Simply because the glove box doesn't hold 20 sedatives.
What about the trunk? Did you search his trunk?
I did not search his trunk, but he never approached his trunk.
Okay, so you're stating to the court you didn't document the search of the informant, and you just want us to take your word for that.
Asked and answered. Now he's just being a goofy goober.
Also staying the objection on asked and answered.
You just want us to take your word for that?
Badgering the witness, Your Honor.
It's a question.
You want to repeat that? Please.
Do you want us to take your word for that? That's the question.
Yes.
Okay. And did you provide the confidential informant with $100,000?
I did.
How did you provide him $100,000?
Via bank transaction.
Okay. And did you verify that the $100,000 was sent to my client?
Yeah. No, I didn't verify.
Okay, so your confidential informant could still possess the $100,000 that you gave him?
He could, but I do not believe he does.
Is your confidential informant, does he have a criminal history?
A wide criminal history?
Okay. So you believe everything that your informant tells you?
I don't believe everything, but I trust him as he was helping us on in regards to the case.
This is the first time, correct?
The first time.
You build trust pretty quick, sir. Did you...
Objection, Your Honor. We would like that comment stricken from the record.
It'll be stricken. Next question, please.
How long after did you get the sedatives from your informant after the transaction took place?
Within 5 minutes.
Okay. Did you have eyes on him the entire time for that 5 minutes?
We did not have eyes on him for the entire 5 minutes, but we did observe him going to the end of Grove Street where he took a left-hand turn towards the meetup point. As we needed to go back to our patrol vehicle.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. Were you in a black car?
I was not in a black car.
Were you parked under a bridge to meet your CI?
I was.
Okay. Have you reviewed the body cam that was submitted to the court in regards to you meeting your informant after the case?
Yes, however, it's not a black car.
Okay, that was just, I guess, speculation on my part. Do you remember the first thing that was said in that body cam footage submitted?
I do not recall.
Something to the extent of "better not burn us" or something of that nature. Do you recall that?
I do not recall.
Okay. Your Honor, can we give him a minute to review the body cam footage so it can refresh his memory?
Mr. Stevens, would reviewing the body cam footage refresh your memory?
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, yep, if you can go and take a minute and review it.
Yeah, it shouldn't take more than probably 15 seconds.
Can you just direct them to which one you want them to watch? Also state it for the record.
Yeah, it's 12/8, clip 6.
Send him my thing. That'll be crossing us.
Better not be crossing us. That's what it is.
I do not recall. I've reviewed.
Okay, was that you speaking in the first couple seconds?
That was.
Okay, what did you say?
He better not be crossing us.
Okay, why would you say something to that effect if you have trust in your confidential informant?
Because confidential informants can flip at any time.
Can you repeat that answer, please?
Confidential informants can flip at any time.
And any time would you agree that that could be before the deal, after the deal, during the deal?
It could be at any time.
Okay. And then further on down the video, you guys exit the vehicle, correct?
We do.
Okay, and you say a name. What is that name?
I do not recall. You've advised me to watch the first few seconds. That's what I've done.
Do you not recall a lot about this case, or just like bits and pieces? Like,
I don't recall what was said on body cam. I don't know what was that. I do not know every single word that was said on the body cam footage.
Objection, Your Honor. Badgering the witness, and I will say that I don't think by berating him, it's going to make him recall specific, minute details over the course of a broad conversation across multiple days, investigations, and in incidents where they were observing people. There's a lot to recall here, and It's not unnatural for him to not remember one specific detail.
I'm gonna overrule the objection, but if you would like to review the body cam, you could, if that would help him remember.
Your Honor, if this is trying to lead the witness to disclose the name of the CI, then we hopefully object to leading down that path because it has already been ruled that the information of the CI is being kept confidential in this court, Your Honor.
I'm overruling that objection. It's in the body cam that was submitted. It's a
Then
part
why
of the...
did you sustain it before?
He didn't ask. He just asked the name. He didn't ask if it was the name that was said in the body cam footage.
Your Honor, may we approach, please?
Yes, approach.
Your Honor, everything that's submitted to evidence is withdrawn to the state and only the state, like the state and the Department of Justice. It's internal and confidential towards the department. Also, all of the reports were stated as redacted. All of the confidential informant's name has all been redacted.
Yeah, if they had
So-
redacted the body cam, then he'd be over here complaining that it was edited.
Nonetheless, we don't have the
Let's not get childish.
we don't have the
You already
ability
did.
to read. Please, we don't have the ability to redact the body cam itself. So, I mean, in theory, we would have liked to, Your Honor. Quite frankly, that's what we're objecting to here. But we understand that you overruled the objection. However, just as to reconsider, we don't want the informant's name to be disclosed here. Now, I will say I don't know if this name that's being requested is the informant's name. If it's not, then I mean, no objection. Go ahead. But if it is, then obviously we're going to reject that as it should be redacted technically.
Where are you trying to go with this line of questioning? Are you just trying to get the informant's name?
I'm just wanting to see how much he recalls from this incident. I mean, obviously, if he doesn't know who he's meeting with, then how do we know that they've even submitted the right stuff for the right case?
Your Honor, this is well documented. We have several different reports, body camera footage, all of this event already. Having the corroboration is one thing, but it's not like these facts change based on the evidence that's already submitted.
The discount store over there in
I kind of disagree with your statement there. Just based on, I mean, this is where the evidence has been submitted, but this is where they have the cross-examination.
But if we had edited,
Can I finish, please?
I want a jury trial. They said no.
Let me finish.
They said cuz. And I was like,
What I'm gonna say though is, if that's what you're trying to get to, your point's already been made, and let's move on. I think you made your point about him not remembering the name.
We'll skip the whole the mention of this suspicious person's name.
Yep, let's do that.
I think maybe just if we would just tell him at any point if he's going to say the person's name, he can just say it was the informant instead of the name. Huge.
Yeah, well, we can do that. That's fine.
Mr. Stevens, do you recall in this specific video, at the point of where the sedatives were handed over?
I do recall the point of where the sedatives were handed.
Okay, and in that section of this video, was it stated like how many did you get? And somebody said 25 or 20.
Repeat one more time.
The portion of this video, at one point, was it stated how much did you get? And it was responded to with 25 or 20.
I believe so. I haven't, like I said, watched it all.
So you haven't watched your body camera?
I watched the body that was first submitted. I didn't think we'd go this far back to precise details of how many were given. It's around the 20 to 25 mark, but it was 20.
Okay. Did you search your client after the fact? Was his vehicle searched after the fact?
It was not searched after the fact.
Okay, moving on to the search warrant. You said your Chip wrote the search warrant. Is that correct?
Detective Tater Chip wrote the search warrants.
Okay. Were you there on the service of the search warrants?
I was.
Where were you at whenever you served the search warrant?
On which particular part? The house, the vehicles, the apartment? I mean, I need to be more specific in these.
Were you at all? Were you at the house and the apartment and the vehicles?
I was at all three.
So they took place at different times?
They did.
All on the same day?
They did.
Did you recover any evidence yourself?
Did I recover, like, grab evidence?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
What did you get?
Numerous sedatives, medkits, painkillers, candy, firearms.
Okay. Where did you find those at?
The firearms were found inside of his apartment. The candy was found. Some of the candy was found inside of his house. Most of the sedatives were found inside of his vehicle.
Your Honor, this is supposed to be cross-examination. At this point, he may as well just be calling the witness to the stand for himself. This is supposed to be cross-examinations. It's challenging the testimony he's already given, not asking brand new questions and dragging this on.
Okay, so do you want him to sit the witness down and have him recall him in his case in chief?
That's what he should be doing. That's protocol, sir.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Can we go back to the policy and procedure? Can you pull that up and tell me exactly where it's at for search warrants?
Which part? Repeat?
The state police policy procedure for search warrants. Can you tell me, you testified that you had read it and that you have one. Can you tell me exactly where it's at? I'll let you pull it up. You tell me where it's at.
I don't believe we have a search warrant policy inside the SOP, but it has been. We get taught it in the basic criminal investigation school.
Okay, Your Honor, I would like to go back to his testimony when I asked him if there was a policy that strictly says search or identifies search warrant. He said that there was.
I'll note that.
And he said he read it as well. Can you note that?
Also be noted for the record.
Okay. And can you also pull up the policy and procedure for confidential informants that you said that the state police had?
The state police also does not have a criminal informant policy.
Okay. Your Honor, can you note that he also stated that the state police does have a confidential informant policy and procedure and that he has read over that?
I will be noted for the record.
Okay. Can I approach the bench?
Yes. State, you come up here too.
Your Honor, I'd like to motion that everything that this gentleman has testified to be thrown out and struck from the record. That was 2 lies back to back that he just admitted
Your
to.
Honor, in all fairness, we're gonna need to take in mind the time differences. The fact that we kept pushing this trial back and pushing it back, and need to remember the time differences. That it's like 5 in the morning.
Your Honor, that's not my fault. Him forgetting a policy. He said he's a field training officer and he trains officers.
And you say you're an attorney, and yet you don't know basic procedure.
And I'm kicking your ass.
All right.
Oh yeah, you're sitting here turning this into just a witness.
Enough banter, Miss
questioning.
Bell. Enough.
Your Honor, while the witness may have testified that there was indeed a policy and that was incorrect, He did not lie that he's not been educated about it. He did testify to the fact that he was educated about these things in his academy.
He said he read the policy.
He said he knew the policy earlier in the questioning. He did say that. He said he didn't. There wasn't a policy for what was it,
buys.
undercover buys or whatever that was. He said that there was a policy for confidential informants.
Regardless, I don't think that's a right to throw out everything because he misremembered about there being a written, because in all 5 LEO agencies, there's so many unwritten policies, and hell, even in the DOJ, there's so many unwritten policies. No one knows what we're doing half the time. Henceforth, people don't know about cross-examination versus just regular questioning.
Your Honor, if he didn't know, he should have testified that he didn't know, and not came up with an answer.
Okay, here's my ruling. While I agree, I'm not going to throw out his evidence, but I will take that into consideration when I consider the way to give his evidence, and also I'm going to reconsider my earlier ruling, and I'm going to allow you to cross-examine him on everything instead of having to recall him back up to the stand.
So this isn't cross-examination anymore. He's just getting
Right,
to have
there-
the witness, and so we don't get to then redirect because he's not cross-examining at this point.
You'll get a chance to redirect at the end.
Except
Yeah,
it's
we
not
do get
redirecting at this point.
We do get a chance to redirect. This was a policy that was changed a while back, so we didn't have to call
Right,
the
it's
same
something that's
witnesses
not
over
written.
and over
Again.
again. It's okay. You don't have to agree with it. It's just how it is.
No, it's just something that
And
we know.
it's
department
okay.
writes
You don't have
anything
to agree
down,
with
but
it.
we're
What
gonna
I will say, Your
crucify
Honor,
an
though,
LEO for
is
not
that are we going to
remembering
sit
things
here, or
are
do I
down.
need to dismiss you, Attorney Bell?
I'll dismiss myself.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a nice night.
All right, Miss Bell. Come,
Your Honor, what we will
Miss
say
Bell.
is that
Come back to the front.
we will say that this
Miss
witness
Bell's
has
going to be held in
been.
contempt of court.
Someone's about ready to get fired.
We, that
Please bring
this-
Miss Bell back. An officer, please go get Miss Bell.
I got her.
Your Honor, I will say that this officer has been on the stand for well over an hour at this point. I think, quite frankly, we've been talking circles around everything, and it's probably is quite confusing, all of the things that he is being asked at this point. I think we should consider that as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to throw out his testimony. He'll be able to continue to testify.
To be fair, I only have like two more questions.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know how many more questions you could have. Huge.
I mean, my cross is like your opening.
All right, we can. All right,
You know,
let's
Salsa.
let's continue the question.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, did y'all hear the order from the judge here?
She gonna be a felon. We gonna see her in
Bell
jail.
for
Yeah,
contempt.
she go. I got a knife in prison too. I'll stab her.
We good there, Donnie?
Harvey, the janitor inspector. That's who you need, Bell. That's your lawyer. That's my lawyer.
Allegedly.
Perfect. Mr. Stevens, you did testify. Whatever state was asking you about the evidence that was seized. You testified to numerous things. Is that correct?
Can you repeat?
You testified that there was numerous items taken during the search. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you collected evidence at all 3 places, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Just a few questions I have.
You need to put a little pimp in that walk, my friend. Absolute genius. Absolute genius. You're getting the raise.
You just challenged his entire integrity.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Trump.
Yes.
Yeah, did you want to be?
We
getting
understood
childish,
there was
bro.
a lot of questions about,
Whatever.
policies, about confidential informants, undercover buys, and all of these situations. But it would be my understanding in all of the time that you've been practicing law enforcement and doing the things that you do, all of these things that we've talked about, things don't always go according to plan. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And so what is written in a policy sometimes isn't exactly the way things go. Is that probably correct?
Correct.
Is that perhaps what happened here as well? Maybe.
Maybe.
things don't always go to plan, Your Honor. I think, quite frankly, that's fair, understandable, and this is a very complex case with a lot of things that could just be a little bit weird, you know? That's all the questions I have, unless Mr. McWilk has some.
I'll let them. I don't care. Like I'm good. They can ask everything they need to ask.
State or defense, anything else based on that limited question?
Make sure you powder your
No,
hand
sir.
before you slap him.
All right, thank you, officer. Mr. Stevens, you may step down.
Don't call him Mister. He's a detective.
State your next witness.
He didn't correct the judge.
You're gonna need that for the next witness when you slap him.
Ryan, I'll do it until we get done. I'll be on here till we get done. No.
Your Honor, we'd call Trooper First Class Tate your chip, please.
Good. I want to talk to this one too. No, I'm not going to be on bacon tonight.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, if you can state your name for the record.
Urchip.
All right, thank you. Mr. Trump, your witness.
Thank you. Thank you for your service to the state, Mr. Urchip, and thank you for being here tonight. Can you please tell us how long you've been with the force?
Been with the San Andreas State Police about 2 months now.
Huge. And can you tell me what relation in this case you have to it?
I was there whenever Lieutenant Stevens was stabbed with the sedative and assisted him with gathering evidence for the case.
Huge. And for all of the time that you
that
were
doesn't have
involved,
anything
can
to
you
do
give us
with this guy. Like, he
a
shouldn't
brief
ask.
synopsis
Or
of what
that-
you saw,
that
what
shouldn't
you
be in there.
witnessed, and the things that the defendant allegedly did.
I love how in a video game, like
So after
by no
the
means do I think I'm an
initial,
attorney,
attack on Lieutenant Stevens with the sedative.
but I like how people like really think they are,
I interrogated
and they also think that they're
the
real cops.
informant and gathered information.
It blows
from
my mind.
him, set up a buy on Grove
I'm not
Street
going to object.
where
I'll let
the
them ask whatever they
purchased
want.
sedatives
Opens the floor.
from Mr. Johan and collected those sedatives purchased underneath the bridge between postal 9008 and 9007.
Huge. And those sedatives, you said they were purchased, they were maybe illegally, huh?
Yes, sir.
Bro, I've been in court for the last 14 years.
Huge. And they were purchased from the defendant. Is that correct?
No, I'm not mad. I just think it's
Huge.
funny
And
that like,
you
people do
witnessed
that.
these things happen. Is that correct?
And then whenever
Yes,
you
sir.
like try
That's
to
what your
try to
body
show
cam
that
and your reports that were written.
They're not.
That's what that all shows. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Huge. And everything that is in the report and that is recorded there is exactly how it went down. Nothing's been manipulated or changed or anything like that, you say?
That is correct, sir. Everything is as witnessed.
According to any policies and procedures for criminal informants and undercover buys, investigations like this, are you aware of any egregious breaches of protocols or anything like that?
I am not, sir.
So you think everything was done as close to by the book as possible, as reasonably possible, is that correct?
That is correct.
Your Honor, I don't believe I have any further questions right now for Trooper First Class Dictatorship. I appreciate you being here, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Trump. Defense.
Mr. Urchip, how are you doing?
Doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. You said you've been working for the state police for 2 months, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Approximately about 2 months.
Okay. is it, to your knowledge, is there a policy or on search warrants or confidential informants?
Not to my knowledge at this time. I have not been through the investigative class yet.
Are you an investigator?
I am a detective, recently promoted to detective. At the time of this case, I was just a trooper assistant with Lieutenant Stevens on the case, because I witnessed the stabbing of him with a syringe.
Okay, so the stabbing of Mr. Stevens is a completely separate case than my client's. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you, in the last 11 days, you were promoted. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. You wrote the search warrant for this case, correct?
Yes, sir. I wrote all the documentation for it, and it was approved before submitting by Lieutenant Stevens.
Okay. Did you document who found what evidence?
I do not recall the exact wording that was put in the report, sir. I'd have to look at it.
Okay. If you want to read over that real quick, skim over to where the evidence was found in the report and who, if anybody, if it's noted anywhere, then just let me know. Diesel Daddy, bro, I put hours into this. Hey, Jerry Nunley, thank you for the 10 lightning bolts. I appreciate you. JB, thank you for the heart meat. Appreciate you. Are you still reading it, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm almost done. I did state in the subpoena that Lieutenant Stevens and I collected the evidence from the informant.
I mean the search warrant. Whenever you guys did the search warrant.
As far as the search warrant, whenever we did search the house, I was only there to provide assistance. That was led by Sergeant Damian White was the first one into the house, and Lieutenant Stevens as well.
Okay. So do you know the evidence that you put into evidence 12A? Do you know who collected that?
There was multiple detectives that were involved in getting all the evidence and transporting it back to state headquarters, sir.
Okay, so to your knowledge, you don't know who collected the evidence that is being kept in the lockers, 12A, 13A, 14A.
It would have been a multiple of Detective White, Detective Payne, Lieutenant Stevens, and Detective Wall.
Okay. So there was numerous people that were at each one of these places.
Affirmative, sir.
Okay. Who put the evidence into the lockers?
I think she is.
All the evidence was
Thank you guys for
moved into the lockers by those same individuals, sir.
Okay. So you don't know which officer had which piece of evidence. Would that be correct?
That would be correct.
Okay, thank you. Did you happen to verify anything with the $100,000 that was provided to your informant about it being actually sent over to my client?
No, sir. Lieutenant Stevens sent the $100,000.
Okay.
I only verified the amount of sedatives that were purchased whenever he gave them to us as 20.
Okay. Did you recover $100,000 during your search warrant?
I believe there was some cash recovered. I don't remember the exact value off the top of my head.
I believe it was 19,000 and some change. Does that sound accurate?
Yes, sir. That sounds right.
Okay. So the $100,000 was not recovered from my client.
The $100,000 was done via a bank transfer.
Okay. Did you confirm that?
I did not.
Do you know what the San Andreas asset forfeiture reporting form is?
Vaguely, but I have not utilized one of them yet, sir.
Okay. Do you know what the purpose for it is?
I do not.
Okay. I'm just going to read this to you that way that you're aware. A local law enforcement agency that has seized or forfeited property pursuant to San Andreas Code 372744 is required to make a forfeiture report within 7 days of the forfeiture to the prosecuting attorney with jurisdiction over the forfeiture on the form provided. Did you do that?
I did not, sir.
Did anybody from your department submit one?
I am unaware.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, defense. Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor, allegedly not.
All right, you may step down, officer. Thank you. State, your next witness.
No, Your Honor, I don't believe we have any further witnesses at this time.
And just for the record, you moved to admit all of the body cam into evidence. Is that correct?
Sorry, you moved the body cam into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor, all the body camo.
Marvin, what up?
Evidence lockers. I know they're packed full to the brim, I tell you. Quite frankly, you couldn't stuff any more bad stuff in there.
Lanks,
Illegal
honestly,
things,
like
think, quite
the whole
frankly, all
reason
of
I
that would
wanted
have
to
to
even do
influence
this is to help
All right, all that will be admitted.
Like, the police write better
State
reports.
rest, defense, your case in chief, any witnesses?
Yeah, is Colonel Jonathan Nixon available?
Mr. Colonel Nixon, you may step up to the stand. Alright, so raise both your hands. Oh, go ahead, State. Do you have anything?
No, sorry, I was talking to our fellow attorneys here. I didn't know I had a microphone in my hand. A huge microphone.
No problem. Alright, you want to raise both your arms?
A base.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Alright, state your name for the record.
Jonathan Nixon.
Alright, defense, your witness.
How we doing, Mr. Nixon?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You're the colonel of the state police, correct?
That is correct.
How long have you been the colonel of the San Andreas State Police?
About 3 months.
Congratulations. Do you know what the San Andreas Asset Forfeiture Reporting Form is?
I do.
Is it in your policy to abide by the San Andreas Code?
It is.
Do you have a policy on search warrants?
I am unaware.
What are your duties as the colonel of state police?
To uphold the law to its fullest and run the department.
Okay, so would you agree that your duty to run the department would be to be very, very, very familiar with policies?
Yes.
Do you handle discipline?
I do not.
Okay. So do you have a policy on confidential informants?
I am unaware of that.
Have you looked at your policies?
Honey, where the judge?
Where is the judge?
That is a good question.
Oh, honey, I got it.
Oh Lord.
Objection, you're not a judge.
Bailiff, would you handle that?
Overruled.
The judge said he had popped. He'll be back here shortly. But I'll tell you, quite frankly, I need your bar license, ma'am.
Oh, honey, right here, one sec.
Give it to him, Mary.
Objection, that's not a bar license. That's a flashlight. You better not hit me with that.
You're lucky she didn't give you a bottle of Jack Daniels, Donnie.
Huge.
Honey, I
Maybe
need
it wouldn't
one after
take in the
seeing
end.
how this state police doing.
Check behind the bar. Judge Marcus might have one back there.
Oh, I think Cuddy might have left one back here too at some point.
He did. He changed.
How they say guns ain't allowed in here, but cops can bring guns in here?
Honey, don't forget to eat and drink.
Thank you.
And move around, everybody. Eat and drink and move around.
Honey, you're not the boss of me.
Nice suit.
I mean, listen, if you die because you didn't eat and drink, everyone's going to.
Honey, objection.
Isn't Sandra in contempt?
What's your objection, Langley?
Honey, yeah, sustain.
Don't bring me into this.
What?
Don't bring me into this.
You brought me into this. I was enjoying.
Brother, your name's on the witness list.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, the judge. Yeah, he definitely said it, dude. For her possible contempt there that he ruled on earlier.
Yeah,
All right, sorry about that. You may continue your questioning.
He's gonna handle it later.
Do you remember where you passed out at, Judge?
Yeah, it was something about reviewing all policies.
Oh man, that was a minute ago. Mr. Nixon, don't you think, as the colonel of the state police, that it would be very important for you to know the policies?
It is, however, it's around 88 pages long, so knowing each one by heart, I don't think anybody has the memory to do that. I'm not Mike Ross.
Not all of us can be.
Yeah, I wish.
Do you know off the top of your head any of the policies that you have?
I do.
Okay. Which one do you know?
Our use of force policy?
That's an important one. I'm glad you know that. Were you involved in the search warrant execution that day?
Which part?
The search warrant execution part?
I don't recall being involved. There was many that we did. I don't know if I was involved in this one in particular.
Would you say that this is, if I recall, there was a press release done on this case, correct?
There was.
Okay. And didn't it say something to the effect that this is the biggest bust for the San Andreas State Police?
Something on those lines, I believe.
Okay. And you don't remember if you were at the biggest bust the San Andreas State Police has ever had?
Are you talking about when we got the doctor or the defendant? I'm a little confused.
This case that we're currently on here?
So when we arrested the doctor?
Colonel Nixon, do you know where you're at right now?
I do.
I think he's been smoking that wacky tobacco.
Do you know who my client is?
Not by name, no.
Do you have any idea what this case is about?
Objection,
I do.
badgering.
Overruled. Mr. Nixon, are those just cigarettes you're smoking or something else?
They're candy cigarettes.
Alright, just checking.
Think of
You
the
need one?
example for the children.
I'm okay, thank you, Mr. Nixon. You may continue.
Mr. Nixon, do you, or Colonel Nixon, do you guys provide any training for your officers in the in writing search warrants?
We do.
Okay. And what is the main thing that you need to obtain a search warrant?
Probable cause.
Okay. And if I recall right, you said that you don't have a policy on search warrants. Is that right?
Not that I can on my head.
Okay. Do you know how often a search warrant is conducted by your agency?
I would say, an estimate every week, maybe every 2 weeks.
Okay. Do you double check any of the search warrant or the reports?
Me personally, no.
Let's pause for 1 second. Anyone who has a car outside in the courthouse, please move it to the
Yo,
garage.
Jerry, thanks for the galaxy. I
and Toledo.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Alright, you may continue, sorry.
You said you don't. personally check them. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you have a public information officer, somebody that like relays information to another, like a news source or any of that?
Angel Keller.
Objection, Your Honor. I'm failing to see the relevance of an information officer or something like this, as far as it pertains to the crimes that the defendant is accused of.
What's the relevance?
I was just going over the press release. That's all.
This is objection sustained. Move along, please.
All right, no further questions.
All right, anything else, State? Or sorry, cross-examination, State.
I can ask a few questions. I probably have one or two.
Jerry,
Colonel
thanks so much for the
Nixon,
galaxy. I
thank you
appreciate
again
you.
for leading probably, arguably, maybe the best department in the state. I think, quite frankly, it's always an honor to work with you and be here. I appreciate your presence.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I have to ask you, you've been
What?
around the state police for quite some time. How long exactly is that?
Oh, 100%.
About 3 years.
Huge, quite frankly, that's
slap
a
him
long
again.
time. A huge amount of time. Probably longer than most of us have been alive, allegedly. Maybe
Austin,
probably
no
more,
way,
I don't
bro.
know.
No way.
But you've seen a lot of undercover investigations, some confidential informants, undercover buys, all of these things. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Are you familiar with the how this case ran? Have you seen any of the body camera footage or the reports that have been written on this?
I have not.
No. Okay. Have you worked previously with Trooper First Class Tate Your Chips and Lieutenant
Buddy Ben, what up, baby?
Stevens over there?
Are you talking directly on a case?
I can't. My stuff's turned up all the way.
On any case, during your tenure with state police and as colonel, have you worked with them on any of these cases?
Negative.
Have they ever been, as colonel of the department, you are technically over the people who are over them, is that correct? Maybe like, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was my mistake.
But that would be correct. They would all report up to you, is that correct?
They do.
So if somebody wasn't following policies or doing things incorrectly, you would probably hear about it. You would know if they were bad officers in your department, correct?
I would.
Have you heard anything bad about Officer Your Chips or Trooper Your Chips and Trooper Stevens over there? Have you heard anything bad about what they do and the work that they do?
No, actually quite the opposite. I only get praise about them. How they always follow the rules and all the policies.
Okay.
They conduct everything. All their investigation very
Not
thorough.
Bob Stevens, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Jack, quite frankly, probably some of the best officers, I think, not only the state police, but all of the
Objection.
state of San Andreas, if you ask me. And I'll tell you what, I ask me every day.
Trying to sway the judge.
But I just
Come
wanted
on.
to make sure that we were working with stellar officers from one of the most stellar departments in the state, and that's,
Right, I wish
that's
we could
really what I
object.
came up here to just clarify with you. I appreciate you, Colonel, as always.
And I appreciate Johan.
Thank you. Makes me feel so loved.
All right, thank you, Mr. Trump. Defense, any redirect?
Yeah, just a couple.
All right, go ahead.
Colonel Nixon, does your department train on typing reports?
We do.
Okay. Isn't it in your policy that there should be an incident report on anything that needs, documenting?
I don't understand the question.
Does your policy state that there should be an incident report by every trooper in a case where it's going to be documented, further investigations required, etc.?
Yes, to protect CIs within CID.
So the only people that have to write reports are investigators?
Oh, no.
So isn't it in your policy that every trooper that is on a case that needs documenting needs to write an incident report?
When you refer to case, you mean an investigation?
A case like somebody goes to jail, somebody gets arrested, an investigation. I mean, I would think that an investigation probably needs to be documented as well.
Yes.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Do you have any kind of training on chain of custody at your department?
Not specifically.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Defense, you may step down. Any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, are both sides... All right, so defense rests?
I really want to be in that meeting tomorrow morning.
Are both sides ready
State.
for closing, or do you need a couple minutes to prepare?
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Same.
All right. Now, Mr. Trump, you may go first.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. I'll tell you, people of the court, if you're still awake, I appreciate your attention. I thank you so much for being here and hearing this crazy case. I want to tell you, we've heard a lot of questions, a lot of testimony, and a lot of things that were trying to distract you from the real incidents at hand, the real crimes committed, Your Honor. These crimes committed, I'm telling you, possession of scheduled controlled substances and narcotics, trafficking these items, possession of the firearms. I tell you, there's been a lot of hoopla and hippity-doo-dah-day, I tell you. But at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. This Mr. Shalafagapagus maybe allegedly did all of these things, and I think, quite frankly, we know it's clear that the evidence is there, the body camera is there. There are reports that were written that showed all of these facts. I'll tell you, this wasn't just some willy-nilly things that were done here. I tell you, there is no question about who had these items, about the purchases of the items, the selling of the items, what items they were.
There's a 100%
I
question,
tell you,
bro.
Your Honor, quite frankly, there's been doubt that they've tried to sow into it, but at the end of it all, I think, quite frankly, this is as open and shut as any other case I've ever seen. You know, Your Honor, I think, quite frankly, the only
He's a freaking
the
guru,
only
bro.
logical verdict is for you to look through all the crap, I'll tell you, smelly crap that the defense has thrown up in the air, and see through it and issue a just and right verdict of guilty on all counts. And I'll tell you, I think, quite frankly, I will revert to what I said back earlier. I go back to that and I say maybe the guillotine. I think, quite frankly, we could put it up in front of the courthouse here. You know, set an example for the state. There's people out here that were victims of these sedatives. There are sedatives that could still be out on the street, a threat to the safety of the public health, I tell you, Your Honor. Quite frankly, we have to keep this off of our streets. We have to hold somebody accountable. This can't just be overlooked and brushed under the rug, I'll tell you, quite frankly. And here, so Your Honor, we need you. We need your support. Here we are. This is the time to do the right thing and find the defendant justly, accurately guilty on all charges, Your Honor.
Objection.
That is all the state rests.
Thank you, State Defense.
Your Honor, I agree that with one thing that Mr. Trump said, and that's the fact that the fact that somebody is out there selling sedatives, selling illegal narcotics on the streets of Los Santos, San Andreas, the whole state. However, I think that the evidence in this case was pun intended, trumped up by a mysterious CI that, well, the initial search wasn't documented. There's no body cam showing the search. Everything else, luckily enough, was documented. But that helps the state's case. But the search of the person, this mysterious CI, there was no documentation of that. He could have had all the sedatives that they bought supposedly on them. They had no. They didn't do their due diligence in making sure that the money was actually sent to Mr. Johan. They have no documentation of who recovered what evidence, where it was recovered. There's no chain of custody. I mean, I think that there needs to be a little looking into on Major or Colonel Nixon's part on his state policies to get those in line. Maybe some report writing. But there's absolutely no documentation that this undercover buy or confidential informant controlled buy that the product ever came from my house or my client. The stuff that was supposedly found in his house, apartment, vehicles, none of that stuff was documented where it was located. There was numerous people there. I mean, that stuff could have been found in a dumpster for all we know, and just loaded up into a truck and taken back to the police department. And with that, I rest. I don't know how good that closing went. But.
All right, thank you, defense. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit to go over my notes, look over some things, and I will get back with my ruling. I do have one question.
You can't sit there.
For the defense. Is your client an actual licensed doctor in the state of San Andreas?
That I have no idea about, Your Honor. I haven't done any kind of looking into his schooling or anything like that.
Okay, thank you. I will be back with the ruling soon.
Honey, Mr. Lawyer, dude.
I think he's made a bunch of new clients there, Mr. Harvey.
Yo, bro. Bro, I heard that, bro, and I was like, I'm getting nuts.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Sir, you're doing a great job.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh my God.
Honey.
Yes.
Who's your cowboy? Come on, who's your cowboy, Leland?
Occupants of the court, just so you're aware, if you do decide to walk outside
Good.
during recess,
You looking
that
good,
is certainly
Leland.
allowed,
Oh,
but you will be searched upon re-entry.
That's fine. I just need to go to the bathroom.
Honey, come here, honey. Look at me. You looking?
I'm looking at you.
Sir, what's your name?
Oh, Hubie Freeze.
Tastes like
Okay.
chow mein.
Oh.
Sorry,
Does the judge have a man bun?
Freeze. Over here.
Oh, dude, man. That was incredible. That was incredible.
That was something.
Good job, man. I mean, you tore him up.
Johan's been calling me the janitor.
I know. I've heard it. He's told me a couple of times.
Judge Cuddy that was in
I think
chat.
I even heard Ling Ling call you the janitor.
That went wild. It got wild.
For a minute there, I thought I was going to have to step up and say, you know, the witness has rights.
Oh.
Oh my goodness! I thought we were going to have to arrest him today. You know.
I'm sweating in this suit, bro.
I bet you are. I'm glad I wore casual. You know.
I should have wore what Nixon's wearing.
Right.
Cuddy is an awesome dude. I met him down in Texas.
Man, you killed it. I think you've got this in the bag. I mean, you tore all their evidence apart. I don't think they've got nothing that they can stick on them.
I mean, I wouldn't think so, honestly. But you never know.
And like I said earlier, I don't know if you heard me or not, but man, I want to be a fly on the wall in that meeting at State tomorrow morning when they start talking about their SOPs, because I got a feeling they're going to be scrambling over there.
Yeah, well, that's the goal, right? Is to make them better.
Yeah. Maybe this will do it. I mean, it'll make our job harder if they get better at it, but we'll just have to be even better still, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey,
evening.
Your Honor.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Wonderful. I just wanted to say you guys did a wonderful job tonight.
Thank you. I
Don't give me
appreciate
any
it.
credit. It's all this guy right here. He's the man.
I believe that, Mr. Freeze.
You're making me
You
blush.
don't have to agree so easily.
It is
No,
Roscoe.
It's just night and day. I get to have an opinion now. I don't have to keep my opinions to myself.
Oh yeah, good point.
You like the new suit? I got a bow tie this time.
Hey, John Bell, thank you so much for the brand new tier 1, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I don't think anyone's noticed yet.
That your suit's changing?
Like, yeah, every five.
Oh no.
every 5
They've
minutes.
noticed. They've all noticed in the audience. They were talking about
John, I appreciate you, baby. Thank you.
He's changing again. Look at. I don't know if the
This
judge
is suit.
noticed
This is
yet.
suit number 5.
He's kind of a judge.
I figure I need to look good when I walk out of here, totally acquitted on all charges. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna try to.
Jeremy, think what a heart me, bro.
and he used that.
Turn down for what?
I was telling him.
Coming in with a 5-banger, baby. I appreciate you putting us at 79 on the night, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Burley.
Well, all the you know they're going to put all the
Thank you.
policies in effect now. Like they're going to write something up now because
They have to write something up.
They got to write something up. Yeah. I can't believe I can't believe the state attorney was held in contempt of court.
Oh, that honestly, that's the one thing that didn't surprise me.
Top tier
like,
RP
wow.
shelves. Thank you very much. No, I'm not Freeze.
Court
Freeze
the
is in
other day, and boy,
the bright blue.
He was pretty rough on me.
Demoted. I'm not pressing it no more. I'm not pressing it. RG, thank you for the 10 chilies, baby. I appreciate you.
To be honest.
Well, I think honestly, if anyone used a cheat code, it was them. I mean, they brought in the Donald for that. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that I don't even know. Like, were people
I
awake
don't
after the opening statement?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just know that you, sir, have just made your client list long.
After this is all over, I gotta hear from you what happened to make her get charged with contempt. I mean, I saw her walk out and I saw that part of it, but I didn't hear the conversation up at the bench.
No, I did. Yeah, I didn't hear the conversation. I figured
Yeah,
that was
probably for the best, honestly, because we would probably be having a meeting.
Holy mackerel!
Oh yeah, when she walked out, I was just like, "Oh my goodness, they're throwing out the case." He just threw out the case. Well, that's all good though. That's all good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
happy.
mean, you gotta like rattle the cage a little bit.
Say again. Sorry.
No, you gotta rattle the cage.
You gotta rattle the cage. Yeah, that's true.
Jeremy,
Well,
bro,
all I
coming
know
with the
is-
heart puff, the corn, nom nom, and the 102 roses
think
by Mark.
anybody
Let's go,
else
bro. I
would have
appreciate y'all.
thought to call out the integrity of an entire police organization to their face. And that's what just happened
Well,
right there.
and the best part is he didn't do that. He did it indirectly.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it directly, because if he had done it directly, he could have been held in contempt himself. That would have been bad.
Well, no, but
he did it in such a way that it made them call their own department into question.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially when the arresting officer was caught in a lie, when he was like, "Yeah, we have these things in place. Yeah, we have these things. Now point them out to me. Oh, we don't have those in place." I mean that's perjury.
Micah
He should be
Samuel, what up,
charged
bro?
He should be charged with perjury.
Yep.
Yeah, he should be giglioed for sure.
I'm surprised the judge didn't stop the case right there and say,
I tried.
rights and
yeah.
Boy, man, that was.
Oh yeah.
I loved every minute of it.
Kay Lancey, are you in here by
I
chance?
thought this was great. I mean,
Tell you what, I've never been much of a
I know it's
trial
late.
lawyer. You know, I've always done good with the paperwork side, but in court, never as good, right? This guy, he's a genius in court. I'm telling you right now.
I could tell.
He the man. He the man.
Can we do the? Can we do the
Well, I
small
watched them
trooper
initially.
slivers
I'm
logo
glad I
giveaway?
asked for them because I initially watched them when I was getting my ankle monitor put on and stuff like that. You know, for the first time, I watched him argue, and I was like, "This guy's good." You know, like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
Oh,
were
yeah, that's
gonna,
right.
they were
He brought
gonna
you
keep
up
my
here that day, didn't he?
yeah, they were gonna keep my ankle monitor on indefinitely. They were gonna keep my ankle monitor on indefinitely, and he argued it
What
down
spam
to
word?
72 hours.
Hashtag not guilty, or NG hashtag
I
NG.
was like, dude, I'm good with that.
Gamer Dad, I appreciate you.
I would like to also say, like, if on for some strange reason, if I am found guilty, can we see if we can get the ankle monitor off too? Just because.
Yeah, I'll bring that up whenever.
Okay, I'm tired of the harassment. I mean, I get it every day.
Brother, you gonna be able to give us your opinion after this court
I
case
can't
after you
do
get
I
a
can't do my
Thought you
construction
had it only
job.
on
I
for
can't even go
72
house.
hours.
Say what?
I thought you only had it on for 72 hours.
Well, when that was before the actual big
Austin, thank you so much for
they had it. They
the
took
heart
it
me, the
off.
179
I had it taken
GGs
off,
or the lightning
and
bolts.
then
My bad, I
that
appreciate
night- yeah, and
you.
that night I was
TikTok. We're doing a
they
giveaway on
executed the
Twitch.
search
Trooper _slivers hashtag NG. If you want to come over,
Yeah,
drop a follow
so I got
and,
put
and
right
put
back
that in the
on.
chat. It's spamming
You know,
right now.
but,
They're gonna get a winner for a logo exactly like
But
this,
yeah,
just
no,
a little
it's just
smaller.
like I can't walk around. I was doing my construction job. I had a police officer walk up to me, search my pockets. Detective Starsky tried to give me a heart attack by saying he found some sedatives in my pockets when he was searching me. And then, of course, Bob keeps asking me, "Are you licensed to operate that vehicle?" And I'm driving a big cement truck. You know, it's sometimes I just cry myself to sleep tonight because of.
I know I can see the judge in there. He's looking
so
at stuff.
stressful.
He's looking at like the
So
case
stressful.
and like the evidence.
Okay, I'm composed. I'm sorry. I'm composed.
Judge ain't gonna give you no alcohol. He gonna give it to us. You look like you underage.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You make me feel good. You
Judge, you alright back there, bro?
make me feel so good. So.
Sound like you about to throw up in your head. If you throw up on this lady standing behind me,
I might be able to manage.
Austin, I appreciate you. TikTok, I appreciate y'all, man. You've been crazy too.
I noticed they had all these officers up here. Were they ready to call all of them up?
Probably, yeah. I mean, there was 10 listed on the witness list.
Yeah.
what you mean?
Gamer Dad, thank you so much for the Prime sub, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you for
Every
using
single
Prime on your
one
boy.
of them apart.
Much love.
Figured they'd spare him.
Chief
Yeah.
Chief Newbold.
Oh yeah.
You are the winner.
Well, because they were just gonna lob them up to.
If you
to
click
him,
on the
you know.
pin comment
I
at
figured they
the
would have
top
stopped after the first one after he
and
just
whisper.
destroyed them all. I mean, but I also think
My
that
girl Kay Lancey,
that speaks to the
and
the
she'll get
credibility
everything
of their
that she
witnesses
needs
if,
from
you
you
know,
to
they
get
had this
that out
entire
to you.
witness
Chief Newbold,
list.
congrats, bro.
I said it
Thank
right
you.
the first time. You know, list of people they're going to call up, and after two,
Bubba Waffles, what up, baby?
We're done. You know, I think that speaks volumes to a lot of stuff. You know, so.
The other one.
Not gonna lie, with my experience in a courtroom, if they don't come back with not guilty,
I
the
don't
judge
know, but
automatically
he's-
favors the state.
He's about ready to go and get into
It is. It is what it is. I mean, I did the best I could.
By the
you
way,
know,
it wasn't even dressed for court.
I mean, I wanted this case to come to trial.
Somebody wore in court the other day when I had him in there.
So like I didn't, and like
if I was a
I didn't
judge, I'd
file
call
any
him in
motions on
contempt,
the search
We
warrant,
expect-
all
we
that
expect
stuff. So I did what I could do. Manarino, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 4 months, baby. Much love. Thank you very much.
I'll go change. I went and put a pair of sweats on.
Oh, okay.
And then got called out by the state's attorney.
Yo, Kaz.
Austin with the 2 superpowers, my boy. I appreciate you.
You don't shut your rag up right now. Rip that ponytail right off your head.
Oh, wow.
You know, I was happy when a whole bunch of people showed up, but now I don't know.
Sparkles, if you are in chat,
out here.
I hope you didn't
I
take
hope
anything
not. I
personal.
mean-
I hope you didn't take anything personal.
Had a
I
big
told
one
her.
the other day.
It was awesome.
Well,
it was
I
an awesome
left.
court case.
I was here because I wanted to. Honestly, I'm
Have
not
you
gonna
had
lie.
jury
I wanted
duty?
to see how
I
it
have
was gonna
not.
work in court, and I watched him.
Even if he's
defend
found
Bear
guilty, I bet you're getting state
and
police a whole new
everything,
policy.
And then I
I mean,
left.
it's
about halfway
outdated
through
for
the
sure.
trial.
It's like 2 years old.
And about 5 minutes later, I heard about the shooting, so I left just in time. You know,
Deputy Dog, bro. I've been in 14 years. I've been on the stand.
Last thing I wanted.
I don't even know how many times.
Because I'm sure they probably would have arrested my ass just for being in the area. You know.
I've been to federal court, state court, and city court.
I had my gun drawn, hiding behind the judge's bench, and I didn't know who to shoot, you know?
Is the informant in court? No.
I watched the security cam footage. I saw the
Brad, what up, baby?
My friend sent me security cam footage, and I saw the EMS guy who was on the jury just standing there while the bullets are flying, just like, I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm still scared of this little spot over here. This is where I got shot.
Oh, right here? Oh, okay. I was gonna say the best place to be would probably be right over there behind the.
That's where I was running to.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're trying to get away from
I
it.
ran from over there. I was running over here. I was going to die back there with the judge, and then
Trying to figure out if the cop shot you or if the other guy shot you.
The other guy for sure.
What was it?
Austin.
I thought it was funny when I was.
Thank you for the 150 TGIFs and the 19 high bears, baby. I appreciate you. Shelbs, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
You Donnie?
I just talked to the judge. You know what I found out?
Guilty on all counts.
Probably bigly guilty, allegedly. I think so. Yitch.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That shows the biasness of the judge.
Defense attorney, could I have you approach, please?
I just told him he was guilty on everything. He already knows. Yeah, Yitch.
Right. Question for the state.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm missing it. Is there any report that says during the search warrant what was taken off of his person, what was found in the apartment, anything like that?
I don't think anything was found in his person, from what I.
Brad, thank you so much for the gifted sub.
Found either in his house or vehicles.
Okay. All right. That is all I need to know. I'm ready to make my ruling. So if everyone wants to return to their seats.
Guilty times 70 billion.
All right, here we go.
All right. Thank you, everyone who attended court. Thank you for everyone who stuck around. It's been a long trial. Thank you for both sides for presenting their sides. I'm going to explain my ruling first, and then I will make the official ruling. I understand Officer Stevens said that he doesn't, that those sedatives could have been found in the defendant's car in the glove box. I've personally sat on the bench in trials where people have had 500 to 600 baggies of narcotics found in their glove box. I have major concerns that his glove box was not searched, and for that reason I believe there is reasonable doubt that those narcotics were given to the CI by the defendant. Based on that, I do not find, even though I found probable cause at the time of the search warrant, I do not find probable cause at this time for the search warrant to go through. Seeing how nothing was found on the defendant's person at the time of the search warrant, the defendant is going to be found not guilty on all charges.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
The ankle monitor can come off the defendant.
Found not guilty on all
If there's any
charges.
fines associated with this case, I will.
Bro, let's go!
Take them out of the system.
Let's
and the record
go.
will be deleted.
Come on, Jack, turn me up!
Anything further from either side?
Woo!
Let's go.
I think it's a load of crap, I tell you. A big smelly dookie one.
Don't talk about
I need
this
a boss.
like that.
Anything from the defense?
I'm good, Your Honor.
Don't be mad, brother.
Of course he is.
Trump, grow some hair.
Cletus.
Bro, that's wild!
We gotta stay for this.
Oh, man. Smithers, thank you so much for the freaking 10 bomb. Scuba, my boy, thank you so much for the freaking 20 gifted. Meltdown with the gifted, bro. Ogletree coming in with a 5-banger. Come on. Crew, thank you for the 5-piece. I appreciate you.
Okay, well, anyways, my ruling's been made.
Sorry?
Can you hear me?
I can. Yeah, I can now.
Oh, sorry about that. Mr. Harvey,
Yes,
can you hear me?
after reviewing it.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
And beyond a reasonable. Yes, that's
great
correct.
job on the case. Just wanted to give my congratulations
All right,
to you.
Thank you,
Great
sir.
defense.
I truly do appreciate that, man. It really does mean a lot. You guys did awesome. You really did.
No, we didn't. But I think
You guys did. There was the other stuff. I mean, we can talk about it after if you want.
But great job. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you, sir. Jerry, thank you for the 10 baby.
Alright, if everybody can please exit the courtroom, please. Thank you so much for coming.
We're not gonna have to defend Miss Bell.
What?
We're gonna have to defend Miss Bell now.
I think that's a conflict of interest, right?
It would be for you, I think. since you
All
were
right, all
president.
right, the janitor. You are my favorite person in the entire world. I appreciate you and everything that you do, and I'm gonna go celebrate. Next round's on me.
Hey, don't get in trouble.
I
Oh, yeah,
will
for
not
sure.
get in trouble. I will not get in trouble.
I'm drenched right now. I'm sweating.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna be straight with you. The police are probably gonna be a little bit ticked off about a little bit of
I know
little bit
that's
of
why.
mud on their face. So
Well, that's
they're
why
gonna
I'm-
they're gonna be looking hard at you for the next.
That's why I'm gonna
probably
move.
A few weeks,
I have
so.
I have to move to a new place. Then that's why I'm glad the ankle monitor's off, so I
bro,
can
that was
move. So
so much-
because I know
that
they're gonna be
was
staking out
fun,
my
bro.
house, waiting for me to do just
make
mess
sure
up just
you're-
that much.
Keep everything
So
clean,
fun.
above board, do everything right.
Oh, I'm
you
a
know,
I'm a humble construction worker, sir.
stop at every red light. You know, make a complete stop. You know,
I will
don't
make
give them
sure
any
that
reason
the
to.
weight
W's, yes, sir.
distribution will hit all 4 tires before I
Yes,
continue
sir.
going forward again.
For sure.
You're the man. You're the man.
All right. You are the man.
Oh,
Don't let anyone tell you any differently, Mr. Spectre. That's why we call you the janitor, man. You mop the floor with an entire law enforcement agency. All right, I'm out.
See
Y'all
ya.
have a good one.
Hey, did you get that monitor off?
I did.
Yes,
You took it
sir.
off from me.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, man. I'm Major Hodges, man. I just want to let y'all know, man. I appreciate the effort y'all put in tonight. It actually is going to give us some things to reevaluate on the CID unit. You know what I mean?
Mr.
I
Hodges, I'll
appreciate
tell you
y'all
this.
do that.
That's my whole goal as a defense attorney is to help you guys like write reports and make sure everything's good on your side to make us like do better over on this side as well. That's my whole
Oh no,
goal, bro.
it was definitely let's just say it was miscommunication because there was definitely some things that didn't get communicated properly, but that's some courtroom training, you know what I mean? And some discovery processes that need to be addressed, you know, as you called out in the courtroom. So
Yes, sir.
CID work is kind of fairly new for some of the detectives, so we appreciate y'all putting that effort in tonight. I really I personally appreciate it for y'all. So
Absolutely.
great job, man. Way to get your not so innocent client off. That's great. That's what your job is. So I appreciate it.
Brother, that you know what that means? He's gonna be back in here. Just because he's
I
free
just
right
think-
now, he's
hey,
gonna be
what-
back
what-
in here.
Hey man, what are you like the like MVP of the public defender's office, man? Because they've been putting you in all the big cases, man. What's up with that?
This is my second one.
I know. Did you win your first one?
I mean, I'd call it a W just because you know, like four out of the 5 got a. Oh, are you drunk?
Oh, that's good.
4 out of the 5 only got like 80 months instead of 500.
Hey man, anything is better than nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'd call it. I mean, it's a W for them. They don't have to spend the rest of their life in prison.
That is true. This was a good one, man. I just wanted to come over here and just thank y'all, man. I appreciate the preparation y'all put into this because clearly y'all actually put in some preparation. So we appreciate that.
Hours.
Hopefully this
Mr.
puts-
Hodges,
hopefully,
how are you,
hopefully
sir?
this puts a lot of police departments on notice that you know if a case gets contested, you know, and the person, you know, you better have your ducks in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I was telling Harvey that I want to be a fly on the wall at Monday morning's state meeting. You know.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be even better in the CID meeting room. So,
I bet.
but you know what? Sometimes you got to have a little humble pie, you know. It takes, you know, every officer knows, man. You only got to get your butt kicked once on the stand, and you realize real quick about preparation, you know.
So you guys
100%.
won?
What?
You guys win?
Oh, yeah, we won.
What-
I
what-
should say, Mr.
yeah,
Harvey won here.
What's your last name? The defendant?
You talking to me?
Yeah, whoever won this court case.
No. I'm retired Judge Cuddy.
I know you. I'm talking about the guy that was in the court case, the dirty doctor.
Oh,
He's not a dirty doctor. He's an innocent man.
I actually, hey, you know what? I would actually strongly recommend whoever runs y'all's public defender's office actually put a press release out.
Yeah.
That's not a bad
Because I mean, everyone calls him dirty doctor.
Because I think you should actually change that narrative now that he's innocent and really clarify with the state and show the state's police that he wasn't a dirty doctor that they called out with. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very good idea.
You know, and I'm saying that for us, man. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
fair is fair. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you. Yeah, that's a good idea, man. I didn't even, honestly, never crossed my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I think the DOJ usually will put out like a court ruling, but you know, sometimes people read that newspaper, sometimes they don't. But if you give a little spin on it, you know, it kind of looks good for the news and heck, man, you might get some more business that way. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate y'all, fellas. I don't want to take up y'all's time, man. I just want to stop in and just give y'all that.
I
humble respect that y'all
appreciate
deserve
you.
tonight. Yeah, absolutely, man. Y'all be safe.
Y'all,
Tonight, okay?
congratulations. Take care.
Yeah. Hey, you can't be drinking in here.
Huh?
You can't be drinking in here.
Okay.
You just like that just in case guy.
That guy? Oh, he was something else.
I think you trained him.
Oh, I might have.
But you got you a nice little glass with a ball ice cube in it, don't you?
We do. Well, the state attorneys, I think, can do it because they, I think a few of them even have arrested.
I'll send you an email here shortly.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. If you have we talked in email before?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. But you're Mr. Good, correct?
Yeah, Robert Good.
All right, perfect. I'll send you an email here shortly, buddy.
Okay,
Thank
sounds good. Have a good one.
You too. Oh, bro. The heck? W. Max, thank you so much for the 100 biddies, baby. I appreciate you, man.